There we go.
I don't know what to do.
You just press the play button. I don't know if this is going to be good, though. I'm a little worried. What are you doing? We're live now. Oh.
You guys. We're back.
I know. It's been like a fortnight. I think literally it has been. I don't know how much a fortnight is, but I think it's like 2 weeks, isn't it? I wasn't paying attention in history class.
You know, I don't know.
I don't either.
10 years ago? I don't remember.
Oh, that was nice.
But hi, 30-ish. Welcome.
Oh, look,
to 30-ish.
Rachel, aren't you working?
Rachel, you better get back to work, Rachel.
What are you doing?
Better chef it up, bitch. Anyways, hi, Shay. Hi, Rachel.
Yep, apparently.
Or it's fine. She might be taking a fucking break
in the bathroom by herself.
Kitchen,
yeah,
eating her lunch by herself in the bathroom. Like
she doesn't eat.
Like
it's fine.
Catty Heron from.
Oh
Girls.
yeah.
Anyway,
how are you?
You guys, we haven't looked at each other in about a month.
I know.
It's been over. It's been like a month.
It's been weird. It's been
wild. The last episode I told you guys about how I drove my car into a pond, I'm pretty sure. Was that the last episode?
That was the last episode when that happened.
My car still works, so
hey, I don't know if that's like a I'm a
witchy woman.
Well, that's a good advertisement for Honda. That's for damn sure.
Good job, Honda.
Good job.
Drive her into a pond and she's fine.
She's still running. I'm gonna call
What's my Rhonda the Honda? That's not me.
Is that not?
I think that was Mackenzie's car's name.
Rhonda?
Mine is Rosie.
I thought
she's a nice stormtrooper.
Oh yeah,
she stormtrooped straight into a pond.
She did.
Because
sure did.
of me. Because I forsaken her.
You did.
Forsaken her. I did. I left her in drive when I got out of my car.
Gotcha. So I'm understanding now. Cool.
Did that to Rosie, my car. Anyways,
she got your back, bitch.
Holy shit. 30-ish podcast. Here we are. Have you guys ever watched or listened to our show? If you haven't, welcome. And if you have, welcome back.
Yeah. You went on a little road trip.
I went on a sweet little road trip with my dad and my brother to Florida.
Drove you right past Dollyland.
Yeah. Austin, who is our little local fact checker.
Yeah, our little Ask Jeeves.
He is our Ask Jeeves.
He is. He's pretty good.
He is good. He is always like, actually, this is, and by always, I mean, he's done that like 3 times. Thanks, Austin.
Yeah.
We went on a little road trip to Florida to help my dad
gut a house.
Gut the fuck out of a house. I've never sweat more in my whole life, but it was fucking sweet. Just jumping in the ocean right after working.
Like a banana boat commercial.
Your ass off.
I like it.
I did get bit by, they're called no-see-ums. There's mosquitoes and no-see-ums, apparently, is what they're called.
Do you not see
them? You
them?
don't see them.
There it is.
And they fucking eat you alive.
What's a no-see-um? Like,
they're
is
like
it
a little, they're like a little sand bug or sand
But is it
flea
is it part
flying.
of the mosquito family?
I feel like ish.
I know somebody from Florida I'm going to ask.
Third cousins.
Twice removed?
Yeah. They're probably
because they
removed
remove your blood.
They do.
But I'm
little
bummed.
Blood suckers. There was just some really cool birds down there, obviously. It was
like pelicans.
Very different from Colorado.
You saw some manatees. You did
There was a manatee behind our house.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Because there's a canal behind the house that goes out to the Indian River that connects to the ocean.
Right.
Apparently all the manatees hang out there. Apparently the neighbors saw river otters in there the day, I didn't see river otters.
But
apparently there's dolphins that come back there too. The Indian River is fucking sick.
Well, just in its name, it's just full of magic and wonder.
It is.
Pocahontas lives there.
We did see some dolphins, but that was one day we got a boat. It was our day off, and we got a boat.
That sounds amazing.
And my dad was just like, "We're driving the entire 8 hours that we have this boat along
Good
the
for
river,"
your
and
dad.
that's what we did. I jumped in.
Your dad.
Maybe once because I had to pee, but that was the only time I got to jump in.
Foul.
But it was awesome. It was sweet. And then there's little restaurants on the river that you just drive your boat up to and park it on a dock, and then you go get some food or drinks.
So you get hammered.
Everyone's just partying and vacationing down there.
Yeah, we had a little place like that in Austin, but it was nothing compared to Florida though, because at least you were on Florida water, not on Lake Austin.
That place is gross.
It is, but you know.
And the cool part, which I can't wait to do some podcasts on it, is the place that my parents' house is in the Treasure Coast, it's called, and it's where all the pirates used to hang out.
That's pretty dope.
And fuck each other up and steal shit. Oh, and then my dad was telling me this dude that, like, they literally go out and look for shipwrecks around that area. They, like, found a fucking shipwreck and they all became millionaires.
Well, then get on
So
it.
let's get on the diving team.
Okay.
Yeah,
that'll be
get
great.
to diving. But yeah,
Let's get to diving.
and that's part of the reason why we haven't recorded so fucking long.
Also, your soul did not get eaten by those little doll china heads that you took a picture of. Those were terrifying.
Dude, the Airbnb we stayed at was awesome, but also like it was cool. It was very eclectically decorated. There was
That's a really polite way of saying
there was
that.
like porcelain masks all over the wall. There was also a lot of Jesus memorabilia, which was fine.
Like
Felt
merchandise.
very protected, except in my room I felt a little creeped out because there was just this picture. I think I posted it for sure.
Which one?
It was the
one
picture
with
of Jesus and God was just in his little white ringlets that he obviously
that's right.
adorns.
That's right.
And they were in their special robes, and then the picture was like outlined in this like bright silvery like 90's like shimmery paper, and then it was in a frame. And then one day, I swear to God, it was not in the same place that it was.
You're probably right.
when I
Austin
left.
did move it, but like, wouldn't it be cool if he didn't?
I don't think he did. I think honestly I did, and I was just like fucking tired as fuck. And then I woke up and I was like, why is this in a different spot?
You're just creating your own like insane reality.
Yeah. And then one night my fucking light shut off by itself.
That gives
While
me the
I was in
creeps.
there.
No, I don't like that.
The fan was a little touchy and I didn't pull it all the way, maybe. We're just going to go with that. So I had nostalgia, history, historic events, fucking paranormal events, fucking food. So much good food. Oh, new favorite fish, guys. Grouper.
Grouper.
I don't think I'd ever
like-
really had grouper. Oh my God, it's so good.
Is it?
It's this giant fish, and it's like not super it's like meaty, and it has really good flavor.
Well, that sounds really good, but I mean, I would imagine a
delicious.
lot of the seafood there is probably pretty
The
phenomenal.
seafood's there. We went to a really awesome seafood market one night, me and my dad, and we got like jumbo colossal shrimp, crab cakes,
You just ate like kings.
and grouper, and I cooked that shit up with some lemons and capers and tomatoes and
That sounds really good.
rice and grilled asparagus.
That sounds really good. I don't even
It
eat
was
fish.
fucking good. No, grouper, dude.
I know, but I still don't eat it.
Grouper. I don't even like her.
Hashtag me
Anyways,
too.
what the fuck
Anyway,
have you been doing, Shay?
nothing.
Shay's been getting drunk like a 21-year-old.
Dude, I have been just living my best 20-year-old life.
just
And I didn't even do it in my
Getting
20s.
it- just
I'm just
living her
catching
inner
up.
child.
I'm just, yeah,
You
exactly.
are. You gotta do it at least once.
Yeah, I mean, I guess after like the bars open, I just don't even know what to do with myself. Yeah, no, I've just, it's been great.
You went to a drag show in
Oh, yeah.
Denver.
Went to a drag show, met our friend Will.
Sweet.
That was good. Yeah, I just fucking smashed my phone on the ground because I was like, I don't know what to do with that. I'll just put that there. And
Throw
just
this on the ground.
yeah, 100%. I just blacked out on vodka cranberries like a good sorority girl that I am. So that was pretty cool. But I think again, I was telling you that COVID at least, like, I mean, yeah, it's bad that it took away my taste, but I can do shots like a 21-year-old. So
Can you
15
taste
years too
things
late,
still?
but like whatever. I can taste like this is a delicious drink that we've got going on.
Yeah, just wait for it, guys.
Yeah, it's really good, but it's like I'm able to take shots like I never used to be able to take shots. I can deep throat that shit.
Because you're
Wink.
living your young life.
I am.
Heard that here first. Singles.
Singles.
All you singles.
Just, yep. Just,
All you shingles out there.
yeah,
Just
that's
kidding.
what I'm
No
going to have
shingles.
later. So
we don't want
shingles.
any of those.
Shingles on this single. It's fine.
Shingler on the roof.
100%. Anyway, let's keep going.
Okay, what are we drinking? Sorry, guys, we had to
No.
catch you guys up.
Yeah,
I
it's
know
been a minute.
you're really excited about that.
100%.
So, what are we drinking today?
You got us like a little, some like little
at
naked mango drink.
Look how pretty that is. Yeah,
pretty.
So I was being lazy, so I just got a juice, but it's
It's
mango
fine.
juice.
It's
I think
delicious.
it has a little apple and cherry in it.
It's delicious.
But
I'm
it's
getting my
mostly
vitamins.
mango.
Yeah.
So it's vodka, the fucking mango naked juice. Probably about 3/4 of that. Then a quarter Topo Chico.
Duh.
Squeeze of a couple quarters of lemon. I did also put a little salt in there, which it tastes great now. I mean, it already tasted good, but I wanted a little salt in there for some reason.
It's very savory and good.
And we mixed it all up, and it made this beautiful color, and it's quite refreshing and delicious.
It is. It is very refreshing.
And healthy.
Just, yeah, I feel super good about this choice.
Is it?
It's so good.
Actually, I think naked juice
Yeah.
is not the most healthy.
It's
But
not,
you know what?
it's
Sometimes
fine.
everything
It's
in
fine.
moderation.
It's exactly. That's what I'm
Sometimes,
learning.
every time, always in moderation.
Except, like, if you just eat it all the time, then it's also good. Perfect. Also, like, I forgot what I rolled, but that's fine.
Yeah, so that's going to be interesting for Shay's.
I'm pretty sure I rolled history, but I cheated anyway, so, like, whatever.
It's crime.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Let's be honest.
And I definitely rolled nostalgia, I hope, because that's what I did, but
Nostalgia pop culture, because there's a lot of shit going down in pop culture right now. Bill Cosby's free.
oh god.
I really
Britney's
actually
not.
don't even know. I had to like look up today like what was going on with Britney because I wasn't really paying attention, and I was like, oh,
They
that's what's going on?
denied her
Which I still don't understand why.
because that motherfucker Jamie Spears, the dad, must have a fucking Johnny Cochran on his cock.
Right on his cock.
Rin. And obviously convinced the judge to keep poor little Britney Spears.
Which I don't understand.
Even though everyone is yelling for her to be free. It's like, do you not see the hashtags, Judge? Do you not see this?
Well, unfortunately for Britney, whoever is in charge of her social media should stop letting her put those, because it makes her look so, you know what I mean?
Well, maybe it should be like, hey, maybe you shouldn't put this poor woman on lithium.
100%.
And maybe you should let her be free. Let her be
100%.
You know what?
Just let her be free.
She could post what she wants, but she's probably on some shit.
But
Some
it doesn't help her
pills.
case right now. That's
No,
all
it
I'm
doesn't.
saying.
No,
That's
it
all I'm saying. It's like this
It
poor
doesn't.
girl is just trapped in her own little body.
Yeah, she's like trapped in her house.
That she
What else
can't even
can do? And
control.
they're like, yeah, you can make a video for yourself, Brittany.
And she's just like,
And
help
we'll
me.
make our case better so that we can still control your money and your life. I don't really know all the details, but that's what I've gathered.
It's true. Who was telling me? Somebody was telling me the other day about how like there was like a social media thing where if you wear yellow on your Instagram post or whatever, like you're asking for help, and she did. Did you see that?
I've seen a couple different
Yeah.
like little things that she is like through her social media is like giving us weird little clues, which is
like,
like
"Help
sometimes
me."
some shit is very random, but it's like, why do we need to decipher this so deeply? Can't you just be like, help me, my dad's crazy?
Because she's so fucked up. Oh, I just drank your drink, but whatever. COVID.
Cheers.
Woo, it's fine. Anyway, we should wrap this up because we've been going on for
I know.
13 minutes. So sorry,
Jesus.
guys.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the live. Oh, my uncle and my cousin, my Uncle Rick.
It's a Fallmeyer party.
It is a Filemeyer. It's always a Filemeyer party.
Yeah,
and your
that's true.
sister.
Yeah,
who-
which I'm still.
maybe she just accidentally put it on.
I'm pretty
while she's
sure
at
she
work.
did. She just wants
Maybe
to hear
she's
my
just
voice. She
prepping up
misses it.
some
Yeah.
tacos and
Just yell at her. Just different parts. It'll be great.
Rachel, 2 buy of the polenta.
There it is.
There's no polenta. It's a Mexican restaurant.
100%.
By the way, Shay's sister just moved here, and she's the chef at a new restaurant called El Chingones in Fort Collins, so go check it out. It's really good and has really good margaritas and food.
Yes.
So,
Rate them.
holy shit, that was a
It's-
long intro, but
it was.
you guys,
Sorry.
we missed
we
you.
forgot. We fell off the bike hard. I
We did.
apologize.
I hope you enjoyed catching up with us, and if this is your first time with us, welcome. We're about to get into some nostalgia and history because that's
Slash
what
crime.
we rolled.
Yes.
Because we roll the dice every week.
And
Okay, I'll
here we
shut
go.
Okay, bye. We love you.
Let's watch her figure it
Good
out.
to be back.
It's my favorite.
Oh. Okay. kitty.
Well, that's a good way to just start the day. Let me make sure my kids are
kitty
okay.
cat. Okay. Hi, guys.
Hi, guys, again.
Hi,
For real.
sailors.
What you
That's a
Scallywags.
non-gendered term,
Yeah,
correct?
it's a non.
Because sailor's a girl or a boy.
Yeah, what is it? What is it? Non-binary? No, that's not right. It doesn't matter.
Conforming.
Non-conforming. I like that.
Okay, sailors. This podcast that I'm about to talk. Well, this topic has nothing to do with sailors, but
It's fine.
so. It's been a while.
It's been a minute.
So bear with us, guys.
It's gonna be fine.
It's gonna be great. So ready for my nostalgic topic today, guys? It's gonna get real nostalgic.
I like it.
Maybe mostly for the ladies, but the men too. Today
ladies' night.
We're talking about. I'm naming this segment "Not Another 90's Teen Movie."
Ooh, okay. I'm into this.
I'm basically counting down some of the most popular 90's teen movies.
Okay.
And the most interesting fun facts that I found out about them because
Ooh.
they were funny and awesome, and they're about
I'm
some
excited
of our
about
favorite
this.
teen movies of our time.
I like this a lot.
Which also made me want to rewatch most of them.
Did you watch some of them?
I watched almost all these. There's a couple that I had not seen yet. Which one of them I'm like, I need to get on watching this. How have I never seen this movie?
Okay, I'm excited.
But yeah, are you ready?
I am so ready.
So the first movie I want to talk
in,
about
strapped in.
is Clueless.
A classic.
That is like definitely top 5.
Speaking of Clueless, I watched that maybe when you were gone. The Brittany
Crossroads?
Murphy.
Oh.
No. That would be amazing. But no, Brittany Murphy documentary on ID.
Was it insane?
It was. It was really fucked up. But anyway, go on.
Because it's very mysterious how she died.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brittany Murphy makes the list a couple times.
That's because she was
She
fucking incredible.
was in her fucking prime.
She was. But go on, Clueless.
So,
Let's do this.
if you guys don't remember, Clueless stars.
Then you are clueless.
You are. You must be.
Clearly.
It's about a bunch of teens that live in Beverly Hills and go to high school, and they just live their fucking lives.
They're just living their best lives.
And they're just friends, and they're not friends, and then they're friends again, and they roll with the homies, and they fucking play suck and blow. And
they almost get raped in a parking lot, but she was a boss fucking woman and said no.
She was. Mm-hmm. So, if you guys forget, it stars the wonderful Alicia Silverstone, Paul Rudd.
Blessings. Yeah. Who hasn't aged since then.
Literally looks exactly the same.
Yeah. Pretty sure he is an actual Avenger. So.
He could be.
I think he is.
He's the Ant-Man, isn't he, an Avenger?
Correct.
So literally.
Yes, literally.
And figuratively. Stacey Dash, who is quite the Republican these days, I've heard.
Which one was she?
She's the one who plays Dion, her best friend, who dates Murray, who is played by Donald Faison.
Yes.
Who's in Scrubs, and
who is amazing.
I love him. He was my biggest crush of that movie.
That's because he was gorgeous.
He is.
You shake
even those braces and that bald head.
When he when he backed up,
I'm gonna call your mother.
Come on.
Also, Clueless has just such good one-liners and terms, but
it does.
we're gonna get into that.
I'm excited.
The writer and director actually found her inspiration for Cher's little bumbling journey of love from a Jane Austen classic novel, Emma, which I didn't know about that.
I didn't know
it's
that.
It's an 1815 novel, Emma, which I think I actually read in a little. My friends had like a book club thing that I was like, sure, I'll be in it. I don't read good.
At all.
So I kind of read it, but she it's based on a Jane Austen novel.
That's pretty
If you
dope.
didn't know that, now you know. And also the director ended up studying real life kids from Beverly Hills High School for the movie. She went to the high school
I thought it was gonna be like a he.
No.
That's
but there's lots of real special 90's male directors that I'll talk about, and
perfect.
Yeah. Anyways, it was a wild time for the children back then.
Holy shit.
So yeah, she studied real life kids from Beverly Hills High School, sat in on classes and stuff. And she also, a lot of the terms, as if, she's like a lot of the different, one-liners, oh, you're such a Betty, or you're a Baldwin.
Yeah.
Which meant you were, really hot shit. Or, as if, she got from, different groups that she would observe at the high school that she had never heard before.
Actual safari.
It was.
Damn.
I'm sure Beverly Hills High School was a fucking mind fuck.
I can't even imagine.
No. And then, yeah, I can't either.
That's insane.
So Reese Witherspoon and Sarah Michelle Gellar were almost cast as the role of Cher. Dude, Reese Witherspoon was
killed it. But she
Yeah,
also
but
was a baby.
She was, and she didn't have. I think Alicia Silverstone knocked it out of the park.
She was born for that role.
Yeah, and
she was born.
They
for
went
it.
on to do some other things that I think were much
fine.
better for them.
They were fine. Yeah.
Paul Rudd actually auditioned to be Christian, and also
Ew.
Murray before he realized that it was an African American role.
What was that?
Your cat's playing with the cords.
Sorry, that scared the shit out. Thank God we weren't
The
talking
lights
about
just
paranormal.
flickered.
Thank God we weren't talking about paranormal. That's all I gotta
seriously.
say. Anyway, he was like, I don't even care. I just want to act. I'm so tired of eating burgers.
I just thought he was supposed to be like a wannabe gangster, and he really wanted to play the role of Murray, but then he realized that he literally couldn't do that.
Paul saw no color.
He didn't.
He was before. He was just ahead of his time.
Yeah, he was kind of bummed that he got cast as Sonny, but
he was perfect
you know what? You
for
were
him.
perfect.
He was
Paul.
perfect.
You were not the Christian type. But he said it was appealing to him that there was a cool gay character in a movie, and he thought that was cool because he didn't see a lot of that.
Amazing.
I know. What
a cool dude.
Don't worry, this isn't the last of him on our list.
Of course it's not.
Also, Terrence Howard and Lauryn Hill read for the Murray and Dion parts, which I thought was kind of cool. If they were in the movie instead of
Okay. Interesting.
Donald and Stacy. Yeah, that would have been a different movie, I feel like.
Absolutely.
I thought they did great too.
They did.
And Owen Wilson tried out for Travis, the little skater stoner boy.
He would.
I know.
That man hasn't aged either.
Leah Remini auditioned for Ty, and Zoe Deschanel, who literally, like, I'm like, weren't you too young? But I guess she's like in her 40s. Like,
what? Really?
She went out for
like
Amber
8?
and Cher. No, she's like,
how old is she now?
I don't know. I guess she's like 40.
She's gorgeous for her age then. But
yeah, I would have thought she was way too young.
Leah
to try
Remini
out for
would not have done well in that. She would have been a good. Wait, what did she try out for?
For Ty.
No, she would have been a good Amber, but she would not have been a good Ty.
No. Yeah. Well, Brittany Murphy was only like 15 in that movie, and she was actually a virgin who couldn't drive. Yeah.
Damn.
She was 15 in that movie.
I wasn't paying that much of attention to the documentary, clearly.
Jesus Christ. You were just listening to the
I was like, where's
the deep
murder
facts.
part?
Yeah. So yeah, those are my little clueless fun facts.
I love that.
Okay.
So much.
Next up, Cruel Intentions.
Oh, that's a classic. The Sarah Michelle Gellar spit.
Dude, that movie is fucked. It was completely
fucked. It was, I was just like, wait, so a brother and sister's fucking? I don't understand.
Yeah, and then I've also found out, so Ryan Felipe, I'll just skip to this little one.
Yeah.
Ryan Felipe was skeptical about the role once he got it, because he was like, in an interview, he said, we were all young and didn't know. And he went up to the director and was like, so basically when you break down this movie, it's really about me wanting to have anal sex with my sister. And I was like, anal sex? Then I rewatched the fucking clip of the movie, and she, like, when they're like making their plan for their little conquest or whatever, of like,
she's like,
she makes a bet like, you can have sex with me even though I'm your literal stepsister,
right?
Or you get like a car if like they could get this one girl to like sleep with him or something like that,
right?
Which was Reese Witherspoon or
That's
something. But then she's like, you can put it anywhere, like she's like 16.
Oh my! I guess she does. She's like, that is true. And she's just like, I was like,
you can put it anywhere. And then he's like, all right, the bet's on.
Right. And I was like, oh, good.
But he could have been talking about her ear. Could have been. No,
he could, or her mouth. Like, we don't know her eye. But I was just like, I don't know. Like, because I was watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer at the time. So I was like, oh, I don't like this. You need to go back to killing vampires. I don't like this at all. She was an evil little bitch. So intense.
It was so intense. I remember watching that in like 7th grade, and I was like in Catholic school just being like, what? I'm so old now for watching this. I don't get half of it.
Were you checking everybody's rosaries?
Yeah, pretty much. I was like, people have
cocaine in that.
Coke spoons on their rosary.
For her little tiny hit.
Yeah. This is all I need. I'm 16, so it's fine. Yeah, so that was a little funny.
Stupid.
So Ryan was a little skeptical about it. Also,
He was like, whoa, I don't know about this.
so this movie was starring Reese Witherspoon, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Ryan Felipe, Selma Blair, Sean Patrick
Damn.
Thomas, who if you guys don't remember him, he was in Save the Last Dance, which was a 2000 movie, so I didn't add it to this.
Oh, okay.
And Joshua Jackson was also in it, Mr. Dawson
He was.
Creek.
Yes. He was that aggressive gay boy.
Oh, yeah, he
Yeah.
was.
He's got a mouth like a hoover.
Yeah, and so basically the movie's just about a bunch of teenagers trying to fuck each other.
Fuck each other.
And then accidentally falling in love. And then someone getting killed.
Yeah, that's true.
With a car. And then the end is bittersweet.
Oh my God. It
Which
was so bad.
they almost didn't get that song
For the rights
movie,
or whatever.
which the dude was like, yeah, they almost didn't get the rights of it. Because they just thought they could get it from the Verb, but little did they know the Verb didn't own the rights and the Rolling Stones owned the rights because they used samples of an orchestral version of a Rolling Stones song the last time in that song.
Oh,
so they were like,
damn.
fuck. So they spent a bunch of money just to have that song in it, but it was a perfect ending.
It was a perfect ending.
Fucking movie. Also, Selma Blair, who played the youngest character,
Yes.
who was the fucking annoying little, like, she was supposed to be like 15,
Right.
little rich girl. I forget.
She was.
She was actually 27 when she played that role.
Was she?
Yeah, she was the oldest cast member.
Which is even
and she
more
was
hilarious if you
27.
really think about it.
Yeah, and she's such a little whiny baby bitch. She did a really good job.
She did. Or like when she fell down in her headstand.
Oh my God.
Are you okay?
They are, oh my God. She is just, oh.
Mom!
So,
And like, what's her name? The one I can never pronounce her name correctly. Christina, the one that plays her mom.
oh, I almost wrote that and I
I
forgot.
got you off the streets. I live off of 45th and Park. Whatever.
Oh my God. That movie is, I want to watch it again. It's
Yeah,
been,
that
been
one-
literally since like 7th
But I
grade.
swear to God, she hasn't aged since then either.
No, she hasn't.
She has just stayed perpetually a 50-year-old woman.
literally.
So I don't know what happened there.
Literally.
But yeah.
Also, the movie was a teen spin on the classic French novel Les Liaisons Dangereuses.
Oh, that was, like your face was just like.
Clearly can't speak French.
No, I enjoyed
And
that
it was
though.
a 1782 novel. Just so you know. Also, little fun fact. Here's a little Friends fun fact for you.
Okay.
The writer and director of the movie, Roger Cumble,
Giggity.
was originally a playwright and director, and he made the leap into cinema thanks to his LA production of his play 1997's D-Girl that starred David Schwimmer as a screenwriter trying to seduce a young development assistant. And then he's like, you know what would be even better? If we used all underage children
Oh my God.
for this sex movie. I am a pervert.
Jesus Christ. Okay, didn't know that. That's lovely.
Anyways.
That's just lovely.
Also, it took Reese Witherspoon some coaxing to accept the role.
Really?
She was, yeah. I think she was like 20 or 21. She was 19, I think. But the director and Ryan Felipe, who was 22 at the time, ended up taking her out to dinner, and their plan was to get her drunk and
seduce
coax her into
good. Perfect.
And that literally isn't an interview. So who knows when this interview was written? Probably not this last couple of years, but they ended up all getting drunk, and then Ryan Felipe was like,
I'm gonna fuck
begging
her.
on his knees for her to be part of the cast.
And they got married.
And literally her filming was for 15 days.
Isn't that crazy?
It's crazy how fast they
Because
make
I mean,
movies.
if you really think about it, she really wasn't.
It's only like an
She's
hour.
only in a handful of scenes.
I guess that's true.
I mean, she wasn't, but she was. Her scenes were very, very quick.
Yeah, that's true.
And it was mostly Ryan Felipe and Sarah Michelle Gellar
Yeah, that's true.
being fucking weirdos. Although I will say that
Exactly.
soundtrack to
Being
that.
some fucking... I guess that's not... I mean, that's... why do you want to fuck your stepsister?
It's like what? It's like the Oedipus complex, right? Like the...
Oh.
That's right? I'm saying the right.
Oedipus?
Oedipus?
Oedipus? I don't know.
Yes.
Okay, next up, we're talking about Dazed and Confused. Oh, I forgot to tell you.
Yes.
Cruel Intentions was made in 99.
Yes.
Clueless was made in 95. Okay?
Isn't that kind
So
of
you
crazy?
know.
That's the biggest gap to me.
I know. I made a lot of later 90s. I picked a lot of later 90s ones,
Well,
but
that's the one
not
that you,
Dazed and Confused.
That's the one you related to, right? Like those are the
guess,
ones
yeah.
that you always related to.
And they were better than the other fun facts of the other ones. So
Correct.
I was like, this is boring. Right. Okay, next up we got Dazed and Confused, guys. 1993. Starring Jason London, who was in a couple weird things. Mila Jovovich.
Yes.
Who was
a baby at the time as well.
Yes. Matthew McConaughey, of course. Parker Posey. Ben Affleck. Anthony Rapp, who is one of the guys in Rent, if you didn't know who Anthony Rapp is. Adam Goldberg, who is like one of the friends in How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days and a lot of other movies. And an uncredited star who wasn't even a credited actor in the movie. She was an extra. Renee Zellweger.
Really?
Yep.
Damn.
She makes one little appearance and she's not even mentioned as an actor. She was just an extra. But then she went on to do her own things. So Dazed and Confused was actually a box office flop. And
shocking.
It just made short of $8 million on a $6.9 million budget, which is a flop for a movie.
It is a flop. But that doesn't shock me again.
But of course, once it went on VHS and DVD and Blu-ray, and the soundtrack also went double platinum and had so many good like classic rock songs.
It's because stoners don't go to movies.
It's true. They're like, no, we don't need to do that.
It's true.
Also, so fun fact: Richard Linklater, the director, I think he was the director. He spent a sixth of the budget. The film's budget securing music rights for that soundtrack because there were so many there was like Bob Dylan, Aerosmith, Alice Cooper, like all sorts of people.
Damn.
Surprisingly, Led Zeppelin isn't on the soundtrack despite the name being stolen from their song.
Okay.
But
interesting.
But the director said it wasn't just about drugs and, rock and roll. It was also about Dazed and Confused also meant that it takes a full decade to process your teenage years, which...
Really?
I mean, I don't know. That's what
I didn't
said.
do jack shit as a teenager, so maybe it didn't take me very long.
But then didn't you take about 10 years and now you're like, oh shit, when I was a teenager, now I realize what was going on.
Oh, yes.
I think that's what he means
I
by
understand
that.
what you mean now. Yes.
Yeah, now that we're 30-ish, we're like, fucking my teenage years.
Right?
The fuck?
What was I doing?
What's going on? I was such a little whatever.
A good girl.
A good girl, a follower, a
little follower.
I was a little follower.
That's okay. You're just a follower of Christ.
Kind of. Yeah, I guess I was.
Yeah.
I was.
But that's okay.
Now I just follow
God's
all of
children.
them.
You do.
All the peoples.
You do.
It's like, you know what? All you motherfuckers have some good shit to say.
That's the truth. I'm going to take a little bit from the mushroom.
But Jesus
God.
is my homie. It's fine.
It's true. It's fine.
I just need to get my shirt back. Anyways.
It's amazing.
So.
Yes.
Every actor in Los Angeles wanted to be in it, according to the casting director.
What?
So Claire Danes tried out. Elizabeth Berkley, Ashley Judd, Brendan Fraser, Jon Favreau, and Vince Vaughn were considered for roles.
Damn.
Didn't make the cut.
Really? They too expensive.
Guess so.
Probably.
Matthew McConaughey was found by chance
really?
because him and he landed the role with the casting director. Or wait, no, David Wonderson. I forget who that guy is, but
I don't remember
he's
who
one
he
of
is
the.
either.
He's like the writer director. He's a writer director. I forget. I'm sorry, guys. But after a drunken chance meeting with the casting director.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There's a lot of drunken chance meetings with directors.
Myself. Yeah.
Just saying.
Hanging out with little kids.
I'm just saying. It's
Yeah,
a little
right?
bizarre.
That was a Hollywood thing. Get your kids drunk.
Clearly.
Bring them to naked pool parties at your house when they're like, 15.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there's a whole documentary about that, but we won't talk about that today. Anyways.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
All the time.
All the time. Just all day, every day.
So, yeah. Matthew McConaughey, they were both at a bar in Austin, Texas.
Austin.
Heyo. Because he was he was just recently graduated as a film and, he was a film major at the University of Texas in Austin.
Yeah.
And they were both at a bar, but they both ended up getting kicked out of the bar together And then he's like, hey, you want to be in my fucking movie? And
That's how that works, you guys.
Hey, or whatever is fucking.
All right. Oh
my God.
Come on now.
Hey
Jesus Christ.
is Fat Albert. Jesus, Brianna. Get your shit together.
That's even more hilarious.
Oh my God.
To be real with you.
Hey. I do know the part about
That's really funny.
they keep getting younger and I stay the same age. And that's probably a direct quote from the director himself.
Probably.
Anyways, so Universal wanted the movie to be PG-13 with the belief that it would lead to better box office results, but they ended up rating it R because there were 78 fucks in the script, pot smoking,
Holy
teenagers
shit.
drinking and driving. But later, the studio actually complained that Linklater hadn't used the movie's R rating to its fullest extent, limiting the film's lack of nudity for the children. Why didn't you get any of those kids naked, sir? It could have been a better rated R film.
What the fuck? Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
hashtag 90s.
God
I'm sure
damn.
that's
normal.
normal.
Insane.
Dude. All right,
What
next
a time
up.
to be alive.
Next up, this is my all-time favorite teen movie.
Oh, that's a good one. I'm ready for it. I already know what it is.
10 Things I Hate About You.
Yes, because I in my brain that's what I
Heard me say it?
I had it at
I was like,
ESPN.
what?
I think it's because you said it in the same tone as it, so I was like, oh yeah, and I didn't even hear your words. And I was like, that's a good one. It's so good. And I was like, I was right still.
10 Things I Hate About You,
Yes,
1999.
that's a good one.
It is fucking good. And the
1999 was
fun
a good
facts
year.
made me love it even more.
Oh, we've been better.
So let's not forget, starring Julia Childs, the beloved Heath Ledger, Gabrielle Union, Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Wait, say that one more time. Did you say
The beloved
No.
Heath Ledger.
No, but you said Julia Childs.
Julia Stiles.
Oh, I thought you said Julia. I was like, oh.
And Julia Childs makes a cameo. Don't you remember?
Where she makes a big feast in the middle of it.
Yeah. No.
Oh my god.
Now I just thought I heard an alien, but
No,
that's
it's
fine.
just she has her phone on speaker.
Jesus Christ.
We're making a song
So it was
here.
actually Julia Stiles, Heath Ledger, Gabrielle Union, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt's first big films that literally put him on the map.
And he's amazing.
Also starred Larissa Oliink, who was, of course, Alex Mack.
That's the best one.
David Krumholtz, who we adore and love as Bernard the Elf.
Yes, it's true.
This was before that.
But it was
Fucking
That was where
Andrew
he peaked.
Keegan, sexy man,
who was that one?
who I follow on Instagram all the time and randomly comment on his things.
Who was that though? Which
Andrew
one was he?
Keegan? He was the douchebag Joey Lawrence.
Oh, yes.
What's his name? Wasn't Joey Lawrence?
Yes, it was.
Joey Donner. Joey Lawrence is a 90s star of Closer Hearts. 80s, 90s.
My bad. I'm an ignoramus.
I used to pretend my last name was Lawrence for Joey
You
all the
would.
time.
You fucking would.
Those tight white tees and that booty in those jeans. God
was-
damn. But he's not in this movie, so we'll stop talking about Joey Lawrence. Joey Donner is who he plays.
Christ.
You know, he draws the dick on David Krumholtz's face.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just remember him just again like, which one's better?
And
it
they're
was-
literally the
They're
same.
literally the same. And she's like, the left one. You know, I thought so too.
It's more pensive.
More pensive. She was so amazing.
Oh my god. I know you can be whelmed. Or no, wait. I know you can be overwhelmed.
Yes.
And you can be underwhelmed. But can you ever just be whelmed? I think you can in Europe. You guys all know that line. Mm-hmm. Okay. So that's who it stars, okay? Oh god, I don't know where I went.
It's fine. It's going to be me the entire next section.
Perfect.
So don't worry about
and
it.
also one of our favorites of all time, Allison Janney's in it, plays the fucking principal who is writing a fucking porn novel. Perfect.
That's right, I
and
forgot
the
about
fucking
that.
pulsating member.
Oh, I forgot about that. That was so funny.
Loretta. Anyways.
That
Okay,
was
so
good.
if you didn't know this already, the plot was modeled after Shakespeare's The Taming of the Shrew.
I knew that one. It's the only fact I think it's the only fact I know out of that movie.
Well, good. They
Well,
even use some of the same
well,
character names.
good.
Okay?
Okay.
If you didn't know that.
Didn't.
Josh Hartnett, Elisa Dushku, the girl from Bring It On, the
Eliza
offbeat-
Dushku?
Yeah.
She was in that?
Katie Holmes and Kate Hudson were all considered for the roles, but they
For-
didn't make it for this movie of
Yeah,
different people.
I
in
could
the
actually
movie.
see Elijah Dushku or
maybe
what?
as Kat.
As Kat, because she just like plays that. Well, only mostly because I've seen her in, again, Buffy.
Yeah.
And in Bring It On, when she was just like, this is a last resort. Like,
yeah, she's
fucking
just a sarcastic,
stupid
like,
little asshole.
I'm over this, yeah.
So angsty.
She was in Buffy? I didn't know that. I never
She was
watched
the
that
other
show.
Buffy. She was the other Slayer.
Oh,
dude, I was all about Buffy.
Oh,
so,
damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
She was a big. She had like her own spinoff. No, that wasn't right. That was like a different character in Buffy. It doesn't matter. Go on.
So 10 Things I Hate About You was written by screenwriters Kristen Smith and Karen McCullough, who actually got the idea for their film after seeing the great success of Clueless a few years prior.
Boom.
And they're like, well, they used a Jane Austen book to model their movies, so let's use a
do the
Shakespeare
classics.
movie.
And then
Or
that's what
Shakespeare,
everybody did for the rest of time. Mm-hmm. At least
Also,
that's what it seems like anyway.
These two wonderful humans went on to write Legally Blonde and my fucking one of my
Really?
all-time favorites, She's the Man. Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good one.
It is
That's a good one. They're both amazing. They're both amazing.
Here's another little creep fact about one of the directors. Here we go.
Oh God.
A man named
more.
Gil Junger said after Heath Ledger's audition that I never want to sleep with a man, but if I did, it would be that man.
Okay.
Heath Ledger was about 22, which is better.
I guess. I mean, it's true.
Oh no, he was
on a-
19.
Okay,
I'm sorry, he
there it
was a
is.
19-year-old boy, and the
Technically-
director
technically legal.
quoted in a fucking interview, like that was a cool thing to say. That was like okay to say that about him.
I just
Times.
I just cannot. I cannot.
Another fun fact: Julia Stiles actually cries when she reads her poem about why she hates him and then why she actually loves him. The 10 Things I Hate About
That's
You
because
poem.
she's a method actor.
She actually cried, but she didn't mean
method
to. She's
actor.
like, I don't even know why I cried, but they literally did it in one take, and the director was like, "You're perfect."
Gold.
This is
Gold.
gold. This is the best fun fact of the
Okay.
entire night.
I'm
Are you guys
excited.
ready for this?
Ready.
This is gonna touch your whole heart. It did mine.
Did it?
Okay, so obviously the best part of the movie is when Heath Ledger sings Frankie Valli's "I Can't Take My Eyes Off of You" to her.
Correct.
In the fucking stadium
Yes.
or whatever.
Right.
So that number
That was
was
amazing.
originally supposed to be set to the Partridge Family's "I Think I Love You," or
Okay.
the Divinals' "I Touch Myself." So thankfully they didn't use that song.
Oh dear. Okay.
Fucking.
Which
Yeah,
that's
whatever.
really fucking.
But it was
weird.
actually Heath Ledger's idea to propose the Frankie Valli song. And he also had his own costume idea for that scene. So his whole outfit, like he was like, I need to wear this shirt. I need to wear like he was very specific about what he wanted to wear. He wanted a dark shirt with a precise fit. But he was so like gung ho about like architecting this scene for this
right.
perfect part of the movie. And he was only 19 when he thought of all this, and he did a way better job than the fucking director himself, thinking
No
of
shit.
what a perfect way to portray what every girl would eventually want
And
every
everyone
boy to
fucking-
do for her, but they didn't.
Everyone fucking swooned. They all swooned.
Oh my god, that was the best part.
It was the best part. It was so romantical.
Okay, and that's my last fun fact for.
I like that one.
Okay, next up we have Scream,
Oh, that's a good one.
1996.
Oh, that was so close.
Starring
Neve Campbell.
Neve Campbell. Oh my god,
What
where do
happened to
my
her?
shit things go? Who knows? Courtney Cox, David Arquette, Neve Campbell, Matthew
Thank
Lillard,
God,
Jamie
by the
Kennedy,
way,
and
that
Drew
Rachel
Barrymore.
did not come up during
This part,
Scream. I would have. Well, I did scream.
she missed.
Like a little girl.
I really screamed.
I screamed loud. So
So the original title of the movie Scream was actually Scary Movie.
oh
Isn't
well,
that random?
it was random, and then somebody else took that.
And then they retitled it after hearing the 1995 Michael and Janet Jackson song Scream. And they're like, this is a way better title.
Interesting.
Also, I like Scream because it's like a movie inside a movie. Like they're like, oh
It
yeah,
is.
we're playing whatever. But actually, the screenplay was partially inspired after watching a late night TV documentary about a series of grisly real life murders committed by convicted serial killer Danny Rolling. The Gainesville Ripper.
Ooh.
In Gainesville, Florida. I drove through there.
You didn't got caught.
I didn't.
But he
I also almost went through Texarkana, but we actually bypassed Texarkana.
could have got him.
Got him. So, and then he was like, I'm going to write an actual movie about this. Well, I'm going to write a movie about how they're writing a movie and directing a movie about these killers, but then they're actually going to be getting murdered. Like, it's a fucking Inception mind fuck. It's awesome. And I like how it's like clever and funny, and
it is super clever and funny.
Fucking scared the shit out of me.
It did. I actually couldn't watch it.
The first one I saw was Scream 3. And it was actually the same night that I watched Cruel Intentions. We had a sleepover in 7th grade. We watched Scream.
Double-header.
I think we watched Scream 3 and Cruel Intentions.
What is that one? That's the
and
one
I was fucked up for the rest of my life.
Right? They're like running around in like LA, right? Like in Scream 3? Or is that Scream 2?
They're still in LA.
No, like, but like, don't they go back to... How many Screams are there? Is there 4?
I don't know. I think so. I think there's like 7.
I think there's 7 Screams.
Like the Land Before Times.
It's like Halloween's.
Not really. Yeah. So, yeah.
That's a good one.
We'll have to do the Gainesville Ripper on a crime show.
Yeah, that's the one. Gainesville Ripper. I think I know which one that one. What was his name? Say that again.
Danny Rolling.
Yes, he was.
Where he killed 5 university students after sneaking into their respective apartments.
Yes, that was super sad.
Here's another little fun fact. Drew Barrymore actually was accidentally calling 911 when she was calling 911. So that like she was dialing 911, but the fucking like
operator,
one of the prop master forgot to unplug the phone or something, or like disconnect the phone lines.
Not a master.
So she kept calling 911, screaming, then hanging up. So then, like during the scene while they were filming, someone called back and was like, "Is everything all right?" And they're like, "Why is this phone ringing?" And then they're like, "Oh fuck."
Yeah,
and
you're fired.
They ended up disconnecting it.
Yeah. Fucking idiots.
So
interesting.
Also, the voice of Ghostface, which he's only called Ghostface one time in the whole movie. I didn't realize his name was Ghostface.
I didn't even know he was called Ghostface in the movie.
Well, that's technically his name, and it's only used one time. But the voice of him is the same villain. It's the same voice as the villain of the Powderpuff Girls, Mojo Jojo. Same voice.
Really?
Yep.
The Monkey Man?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Just so you know.
Okay. I think my favorite death in that whole entire movie was when they killed Fonzie. The principal?
Oh, yeah.
Only because he was like, ow, 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 ow. And I was like, yeah, we get it.
Oh, my God. That was funny.
It was pretty funny.
So good.
So
you didn't like the girl that was getting crushed by the garage door?
No, I hated that. Actually, I would...
That,
every single time, I still will do it. I fast forward it because it freaks me out. Oh, that was because that was Rose McGowan.
Oh, yeah.
That was Rose McGowan. Okay. Yeah, no, it freaks me out every single time. Number one, though, like, if you really think about it, like, that would never happen.
I know.
It would stop.
Unless my dad has... We have a big shop building.
Okay.
That door would literally crush you.
Okay, that's
I broke
fair.
it because it was crushing a ladder that I accidentally left in the door. It crushed the ladder.
Okay, that's fair.
So that
like,
would crush your body, but not a normal
no, because the one
door.
that she was like in the doggy door, I'm like, that would not. Number one, it wouldn't even lift her. Like, it wouldn't matter that she only probably weighed 100 pounds.
Oh yeah, oh my God.
Like, and it was just like, bloop, and she's like, meh. I'm like, that wouldn't happen. Unrealistic.
I know. Come on, Scream.
Stupid.
Sidney Prescott was almost played by Melissa Joan Hart, which would have been
what?
So weird.
No, it would not have worked.
Also almost played Brittany Murphy, Reese Witherspoon, and Tori Spelling almost played the role. And Drew Barrymore actually almost played the role, but because of scheduling conflict, she didn't accept it, but she was in that small part because she wanted to be in the movie still.
Okay.
All right, moving on.
I like that.
She's All That.
That's a good one.
That is actually...
Whatever happened to her?
It was the #1 movie at the box office. It was opened during the Super Bowl weekend. And it's actually to this day, still ranks as the 9th highest grossing teen romance film.
That's because it's a good one.
Behind the Twilight series.
Really?
Which is
behind the Twilight series?
Gross.
That is disgusting.
Horrible acting.
Yeah.
Horrible. Anyways,
I mean,
it grossed $103 million worldwide
Did it?
She's all that in the 90s.
That is all that.
They were very all that.
That is very much all that.
So M. Night Shyamalan actually ghost wrote the movie with the writer,
Really?
which the main writer like claims like he didn't help, but then other people were like, yeah, he fucking did.
Yeah,
he
he
changed some shit about the movie, yeah, but he was a writer on that movie. Isn't that random?
That's super random.
Never knew that.
I didn't know that. There's no twists and turns. No. Wasn't that one based off like a Shakespeare? Whatever.
I don't think so.
It wasn't?
No.
I'm an ignorant.
But let's talk about who this movie stars, okay?
I'm into
Freddie
it.
Prinze Jr., Rachel Lee Cook,
He was amazing.
Paul fucking Walker, Matthew Lillard, Gabrielle Union, Anna Paquin, Dooley Hill, Kieran Culkin, who is Macaulay Culkin's little brother, Jodie Lynn O'Keefe, who plays fucking Taylor Vaughn, the little bitch, Lil Kim and Usher. Don't forget they're in it too.
Were they?
Yeah, Lil Kim.
You know,
Usher's like the kid like DJ.
I only saw that movie like twice.
Oh my god, it's so good, Shay.
I need to rewatch it.
It's so good. Do you remember the pube scene? When he has to hoover the pizza?
Barely.
Hoover it.
Jesus.
Sorry, this was like my favorite.
Yeah, I only watched it
actually
again
owned
like
this
maybe
one.
twice. And I never owned that one.
And there was just so many good people in it, I had to mention it.
I mean, that's fair.
Freddie
It's a
Prinze.
good one. It's a good one.
So Dooley Hill, who was in the movie, he was like a tap dancer, and he would like tap dance on set, but he wanted to tap dance during the prom scene, but he didn't. And then he would like tap dance like during his breaks, and Freddie Prinze Jr. was like, "Dude, are you tap dancing?" And he's like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
And then
That's how you get the
Freddie
ladies.
Prinze Jr. was like, "That's sweet." And then they started tap dancing together.
Oh my god.
And they learned how to tap dance, and then they would hang out with each other and drink fucking scotch and tap dance with each other.
Well,
and they
isn't that
became
precious?
fast friends over tap dancing. I thought that was adorable.
That is the cutest 1940s story I've ever heard.
I know.
Gotta love me some Fresh Prince.
So speaking of Lil Kim, she was a fucking bad bitch on set. Like, she was already a successful rapper at this point. And so Freddie Prinze Jr. was talking about how the movie cost $6 million to make, and it wasn't a very high budget film. So they think a lot of the budget went to getting Lil Kim to be in the movie.
Oh.
And she would show up in stretch limo to the set. She would wear literally their whole budget in like jewelry. And Freddie Prinze Jr. was always like, dude, this girl has to have like $3.5 million on her right now
Right.
at all times. And they were just super like
Poor.
stoked about her
Yeah.
being in the movie, and they were definitely not on her level for sure.
Clearly.
So yeah, that's that.
I like
Some
all
other
that.
honorable mentions: Varsity Blues, which I've actually never seen.
I'd never watched that one.
1999.
Never
It's
watched
about
it.
the pressure-filled Texas high school football life.
It is so pressure filled, except for our high school because we sucked, so it didn't matter.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It has James Vanderbeek, Paul Walker, John Voight, and
Yes.
Amy Smart. Another one, which I've never seen, Empire Records, which has
That
Liv
one-
Tyler, Renee Zellweger,
I watched, I think, did I watch that one? Who else was in that? Renee and who?
Ethan Embry, who's also in the movie Can't Hardly Wait, and he's also in the movie Polly. No, he's not. That's a different dude.
No,
No, he's not.
the one about the talking bird.
Yeah, bitch.
I love that movie so much.
So good.
Then
It's
one
about
day
a
the
small-
cat got her.
It's basically about a small independent record store owned by a dude, run by young adults and high
Did you
schoolers.
say Sarah Silverman was in that?
No.
I thought she was.
No, I don't think she is.
What am I
She
thinking?
was in
I'm thinking of High Fidelity
Oh, no.
with Jack Black.
No, but that was an 80s one, wasn't it? Like late 80s?
No, I think that was 90s.
It was not on any of the lists.
What? High Fidelity?
Look it up.
I'm
I
looking
think it
it
was
up
late.
right now.
Isn't that with John Cusack? And the
Yeah.
fucking... That was 80s. With the fucking
No way.
radio?
No, that
I think it was like 87.
You say 87?
Yeah.
You're very wrong. It's 2000. Yeah.
Wait.
2000.
Wait.
Like the year 2000.
So it's not 90s.
in the year 2000.
Wait, that movie with John Cusack and he holds up the fucking radio? What movie's that?
No, that's not High Fidelity. You were thinking of fuck.
That was an 80s movie.
That was an 80s. Why can't I? It's a Hugh whatever film. Wow, I'm drawing a blank. Why can't I think of that movie? It was one of like the big love.
It was like
films.
The Breakfast Club.
Yeah, but it wasn't Breakfast Club.
No.
Why the fuck can I not think of that movie? But it wasn't High Fidelity.
Guys, Austin, fact check us.
1 minute, stand by. I got it, Austin.
Fine. But the cool thing about that movie is it had very 90s artists in it because they worked at a sweet record
Yes.
company.
Yes.
Or record store. But then the dude, they end up finding out that like it's getting sold, and then they bet all the end of the night money on something in Atlantic City, and they lose all the money, and then they fuck it up for the dude, and I don't know. It's
been a long time.
It's kind of a weird plot. Next, do you remember the movie But I'm a Cheerleader? Never seen this one. It's starring Natasha Lyonne.
Oh, girl.
I never saw it, but I want to see it.
It is my sister's all-time favorite movie. If I bring her in here right now, she could talk all about it. It's her favorite movie of all time.
Is it?
It is her,
Rachel. Yeah,
it
I
is
had
her
no
favorite movie of all time.
I clearly probably was never allowed to watch this.
No, because it was about them. She was being sent to a lesbian camp.
Yeah, because
she was gay.
Yeah.
And then she wasn't, but it was hilarious.
Because she liked Melissa Etheridge and she was a vegetarian.
Yeah.
And
they tried to get the gay
they were
out
like,
of her.
you must be a lesbian.
Yeah.
And RuPaul's in it.
Yeah.
Michelle Williams and Natasha Lyonne.
Yeah.
I was like, I have never heard this movie, but I was like, yeah, my parents definitely probably never let me even
It's
see
definitely
the trailer.
It's definitely up there on the Drop Dead Gorgeous caliber. 100%. Yeah.
Also, Drop Dead Gorgeous did make this list, but there is going to be a whole separate episode for Drop Dead Gorgeous, so
100%. We will give that mad respect.
Also, next one of the other ones is Pleasantville. Did you remember that one?
Love Pleasantville. It was Reese Witherspoon's darkest role.
It was. Paul Walker, Tobey Maguire, Jeff Daniels, Joan Allen, William H. Macy. Yeah.
Say Anything. That's what it was.
Okay, yeah.
That was right. 1989.
1989. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Anyway.
Got real confused. Do you remember Jawbreaker?
That one was fantastic.
It was so
Rebecca
good.
Gayheart, Rose McGowan, and who was the third woman?
Julie Benz.
Yes.
Also Judy Greer and Tatiana Ali. And Marilyn Manson's in it.
Mm-hmm. That was a great one.
It was. And if you guys don't know what Jawbreaker is,
Go
it's about
watch it
three of the
right
most
now.
popular girls accidentally killing the prom queen with a jawbreaker when they try to
It was like
kidnap
a practical joke. Yeah.
Yeah. And then they kill her. Yeah. And then they have to cover it up.
It's
funny.
real good. And you watch like the ugliest scene with Rose McGowan like crying, and it's like horror. It's fantastic.
It's really good. I haven't watched that one in a long time.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Also, one that I've never seen that I need to see because I love Wes Anderson is Rushmore. And I don't know if it was technically a teen movie. It was on a couple different lists.
You know what? That was kind of
they're
the
at a prep
beginning.
school.
That was like the beginning of like kind of that indie
It
era.
It was his third movie, and also there weren't a lot of movie. Like it was very. It was like independent film.
100%. And that one, I watched that one maybe like 2 or 3 times, but it had Bill Murray and like freaking Reese Witherspoon, and it was amazing. And she was hilarious.
Jason Schwartzman, Olivia Williams, Luke Wilson, Bill Murray. Mm-hmm. I don't know if Reese Witherspoon was in it, but
I thought she was, and she gave out the cupcakes. Who was the girl in it?
I don't know. Olivia Williams.
Maybe it was. And you know what? She kind of looked like she had like this
Reese
vibe, like kind of that Elle Woods kind of vibe.
Oh, okay.
So I think that's why I kind of probably misplaced that. But
yeah. I also talked about I Know What You Did Last Summer, 97.
Ooh, that was a good one too, because it was like kind of counterbalanced with Scream.
Mm-hmm. It was the same writer.
It was the same writer.
Yeah,
okay,
but it was before.
I actually thought that one was a little
Was
bit
it before?
I thought that was a little bit creepier than Scream.
I never saw that one. I was way too fucking scared to see that movie.
That one actually scared the
claw
shit out of
guy?
me because like it was more like in those dark kind of hallways where like they were running around like this abandoned town almost, and like I thought it was a lot more graphic. For
yeah,
sure.
it was after Scream, so they probably just stepped up their game a little bit.
And it was weird though because it was like because all these movies kind of were made around it. It felt like the same time, so it was like it had Ryan Felipe in it and
Sarah Michelle
Freddie
Gellar.
Prinze Jr. and like Sarah Michelle Gellar, and like the fact that
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
And Ryan Felipe and Sarah Michelle Gellar, that they were boyfriend and girlfriend. It was just all kind of like, it's like, oh, he got what he wanted.
And they actually, because of that movie, led to them, like, the person, I think it was like the casting director of that movie, like, went to the guy that was writing
97.
Cruel Intentions and was like,
you should put these guys.
You need these people in your movie to make your movie awesome.
Because that was 97, wasn't it? They weren't as big. But, I mean, like, she was kind of making her way as, like, in her movie Buffy, or in her show Buffy, but, like, she still had kind of that baby face. And she still was, like, kind of not... Because she died pretty quickly in the movie.
Did she?
Right. I also thought of a fun fact, because I heard that Drew Barrymore actually originally signed to be on Scream, only because she thought it was going to be a standalone movie. She didn't know it was going to be sequels. So I've heard, like, she was kind of mad.
Well, yeah. And she was going to be the lead, but she couldn't do it.
Right. She was like, oh, I would have fucking done the lead. Bitch. But, you know, like, Neve Campbell was the perfect lead. Drew Barrymore would have been weird.
It would have been
No
weird.
offense to her, but...
She needed to die in, like, one of the first scenes. It was
She
fine.
did.
She
And
did
it was
a great
perfect,
job.
and it scared the shit out of me. That
And
makeup scared the
she was-
shit out of me.
Oh, my God. Screams... Ooh. Closets for a long time. I was like, oh, my God, someone's in here! Anyways... also that I Know What You Did Last Summer grossed $125 million. Which is crazy.
Yeah. And there was a sequel to that one, wasn't it? Yeah.
I forgot that they're stalked by this hook killer dude.
Yeah.
After they had accidentally killed a dude in a car accident.
Correct.
All of them.
Yeah. That was the whole thing.
Dark.
It was dark, and it was like, I can't remember what the end was. Like, it was like was it the sun or the...
Well, there wasn't an end until the third movie, because there was... Next up was I Still Know What You Did Last Summer,
Right.
and I'll always know what you did last summer. But really, it wouldn't have been the last summer. That was 3 years earlier. Do you guys not know math?
3 years ago.
And that's
I liked it.
all I got.
That was a lot.
That was a lot.
It was a lot, and I liked it.
How long was that? 75 minutes?
50 minutes.
Perfect.
But we also had a little scream break in the middle there.
Yeah, I guess we fucking did. That was at least 5 minutes. But, yeah, that's what I got for nostalgia for you guys. Hopefully you guys tickled your nostalgia bone.
Yeah. We're getting our feet back wet. Feet wet. Our feet are wet now because we're back in the pond of podcasting.
Speaking of ponds.
Sponsor us. I don't know.
My car in a pond can
Yes.
sponsor you?
Honda, sponsor us.
Honda?
Honda?
They might as well. They should. Okay.
Okay. Are you guys ready for this middle school presentation? Because I haven't looked at these notes since I wrote them down 3 weeks ago, and I don't know why I didn't just like glance over them today. But this is gonna be like me reading from like my little poster board with my little finger on the thing.
Perfect. It's
Okay.
gonna be good.
It's gonna be.
I'm ready.
So good.
I am ready
You're so ready
to embark on this journey with you.
Oh, it's gonna be a journey of hooked on phonics. That's for sure.
Hooks.
Hooks on phonics. Man, I wish I was like, you know, in third grade trying to get my little personal pan pizza at Book It.
Right?
I
Did you
would
like my post today about that?
That was so good.
I forgot about that. I was like, they should have that for adults.
I would do
Give
way
me a
more
free
reading.
pizza. I would read a lot
little
more.
personal pizza.
I still didn't read 12 books in the summer to get pizza.
I don't think I ever did that either. I was just like, I kind of got bored after one. I was like more
Parents
of a
were like,
playing outside kid.
Yeah,
so.
me too.
And video
and
games.
pulling weeds.
Oh, they didn't make me do that.
Well, that's nice. They made my friends come over and do it too.
Oh, you probably didn't have a lot
I was
of friends.
actually telling my nephew about that today.
And he was just
I
like,
was like,
whatever,
well, I'm
auntie.
never having my friends over then. Because they make fun of me because we have to pick weeds. God. My poor little life. Just kidding.
Your poor little
totally
life.
joking. Mm-hmm. Had a great childhood. It built my
did.
character.
It
was
did
like
build your
digging
character.
holes.
Just like it pulled your character out of you, like pulling those weeds.
It did.
Okay.
At the roots.
Jesus Christ. Okay, here we go. Here we go now. Okay.
Here we go.
So this, I rolled history, if everyone forgot, 55 minutes ago. And I am
Literally.
doing... I cheated. Are you guys shocked? I am doing it's I'm already slurring my words. I'm doing the first documented murder trial. The trial of Levi Weeks. I can pronounce the name too, guys. Are you so excited?
Oh, wow. Like,
I know.
Like film documented? Or like actually like documented?
No, like documented, like written down and was like, this is going to be in the test of time.
It wasn't my Leopold and what's his name?
What?
Remember them? Leopold and I forget. They were like one of the first like...
Oh, yes. Like back in the 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this was, I think, back... Well, you'll see how far back it is.
It was probably way before.
Oh, you'll see how far back it is. Okay, so a lady, her name was Elma Sands. And she was a vivacious little 22-year-old girl. And she lived with her...
Elma.
Right? She was all just like, you know what? I'm fucking...
22?
I'm 22. I'm already half dead. Because it's...
What year is it?
It's 1799.
Perfect.
America was knee-high to a pig's eye. So, like, she was just kicking her heels up in her, like, 9 pounds of underwear. So it's...
Perfect.
It's fine. So... Actually, probably by the time it was 1799, so 22, like she was a fucking spinster. Oh, so she was totally like 39ish for sure.
Cougar,
fucking cougar.
Sure did 6 children.
She didn't have any. She was still on the market.
Oh,
her eggs were drying up. So, so she lived with her cousin Catherine Ring on Greenwich Street in Manhattan. Catherine and her husband, Elias Ring, were Quakers who ran a boarding house. Perfect. And in July of that year of 1979, that was not when we went to the moon. And in July of 1799, a young carpenter named Levi Weeks moved in. You know, that old age chestnut. He moves in.
Seduce her?
He seduced her with his claw hammer.
Oh, God.
Means it's a wiener. Stupid.
Perfect. That's also what I call it.
Yes. Come bring your old
You're
claw
bringing out the
hammer
claw hammer tonight?
You're like, oh my God, taking me to Pound Town.
Literally.
Okay.
Jesus.
So sorry. Well, out the gate, we're good, and I can read good.
Here we go.
Okay.
We're back.
Here we're back. Okay, anyway, so her cousin noticed that they were spending a shit ton of time together. Like a lot of it in her bedroom. Her boudoir. Which was a big fucking no-no. Her door was even fucking locked sometimes. So, like, you guys, scandalous.
No.
Co-ed
sleeping arrangements.
No, you are not even betrothed yet. Get the fuck out of here. You're in the common area, and we're gonna have like these age-old bread. In this glass of milk I churned with this butter outside. Okay, anyway, so it doesn't make any sense. I'm tired. Okay.
Exactly how it works.
Exactly. So their scandalous behavior was like kind of known. So because there was no such thing as insulation back then though, everyone in the house heard those two a fucking. So
a fucking. God damn, those little sluts.
And that's how insulation was born. Anyway.
We need to pad the walls.
Yeah, they are just going at it like rabbits. And because that was inappropriate behavior for an unmarried couple, everyone suspected that Sands and Weeks must be planning on getting married. Clearly, they put the P in the V. They got to be going down and getting the M married.
The matrimony.
The matrimony. Yes, thank you.
There you go.
Brie for the save.
I got my Brie styles ready.
That's right. I think it was like their way of like that can make it like way less scandalous. Like they're getting married.
They must be.
They're getting married. It's fine.
I need to itch my back with this, so
you're fine.
It's
super cool. So eventually, she did confide to her cousin Catherine that she and Levi were getting married. So the hussy was getting. She was like, "We're gonna get married, so don't worry."
He's gonna put a ring on it.
He's gonna put that ring on it, and so but she disappeared on the evening of December 22nd of 1799. On the night she told her cousin Catherine Sands that she was going to go be secretly being married, and then all of a sudden she disappeared. You know how that goes.
So they were like, oh,
they were like,
must secretly be...
They must be going to their honeymoon in fucking Fuji.
Mount Fuji?
Mount Fuji. So late that evening, Levi returned to the Rings house alone, asking where she was, like where his fuck buddy was. I'm sorry, his wife.
Future fiance.
Yes, future fiance. This made Catherine suspicious, and a few days later, when she was still missing, she told Levi that she was like, she's not fucking here. But that's the classic thing, like, where is she? Like, did you see her?
No idea.
You're like, well, we saw her leave with you, fucktard. Like, we know that you left with her. Like, no, that's not true. Where is she? So she also told Levi, like, about, like, how her cousin told her about the wedding that was being planned, which I guess kind of pissed him off since it was supposed to be, like, a secret.
I was going to get away with the murder.
Right. So a few days later, after Elma vanished, a young boy found a muff that she had been wearing in the Manhattan well.
Her muff?
Her muff. You know what a muff is, right?
I don't.
The muff is like, and I had to look it up too, so I won't even be like, you don't even know what a muff is.
I mean, I know it could be another word for vagina.
That is very true, but it's the thing that you put your arms in. You know what, like you did a lot, like when you were like little kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like,
and it's like a little fur thing.
And you would like pretend, and you would like be all Victorian like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he found, like, this little boy found her muff, which is, again, we know the slang term for, like, she found her vagina. That's really intense. In the well.
He cut it off!
He found the muff in the well with the wrench.
Oh my God, in the well?
In the well. And so he found her little thing there, and so...
Samara.
Yeah. Oh, no.
And this is how the ring was...
And that's how the ring was born. It all comes from...
Inspired.
It all comes from truth. Was from a hussy. So on January 2nd of 1800, her body was recovered from that well, and while there was a speculation at the time that she may have been pregnant, this was later disproved by the medical examiner.
In the 1800s?
In the 1800s, they're like, meh, meh, and they're like, yeah.
They're like, tap, tap.
Yeah.
She's not.
They rubbed a duck on it, and
pregnant.
the duck didn't quack, so, like, she's not pregnant. Stupid.
The groundhog did not see its shadow. She's not pregnant.
She's not pregnant. It's fine. Write that down. It's fine. That's what we should call this episode, like the duck test. Whatever your episode is, and the duck test.
Not another 90's teen movie.
I love it. Okay. So.
And the finding of the muff.
And the finding of the muff. I like it.
And a muff finding.
Oh, God. And she had apparently... So what they had discovered, though, about her, that she had been beaten savagely before being thrown, dead or alive, because they're like science,
they have that technology.
Whatever, right, into the well. The body was put on public display for a few days, not only in the Rings' boarding house, but in the street in front of it, which stirred up public outcry.
Like in a glass case? Like what they put her in?
Like Snow White?
I don't know.
Probably not.
They just let her out in that free air?
Probably
like open air?
On a cart. Like they probably just put her, I don't know.
Did they put her in at night?
I don't know.
What if the possums got her?
But what is upsetting is like it didn't stir public outrage of like that she was put on display like a slab of like meat, but it was like what happened to her
after she'd been in a well for 3 years.
No, she'd only been in a well for like a few days.
Oh, days. Sorry,
but still she was beaten up, and they were like, well, this is not going to do in this neighborhood, Jonathan. Like, we have got to move. We got to take our 9 kids and get out of here. 4 of them are sick anyway, so we can just leave them, but it's fine.
Oh my God.
But yeah, so I guess I guess like that was a normal thing.
They
like
used
I don't
to put
know.
everything on display.
Like I was trying to figure out why they did that, because it didn't say like they knew who she was. So I don't know if it was like a
who did this?
This is what happened in our town, like to stir up some guilt from the party or something. The one that did it. I'm not quite sure. I couldn't find any information on that. So Austin, if you'd like to figure that out, that'd be great. So anyway, so shortly afterward, a grand jury indicted Levi for the murder of Elma. he promptly lined up some of the city's and nation's best legal talent to defend him, probably like Johnny Cochran, other day. So his 3 attorneys were Brockholst Livingston, whom Thomas Jefferson would later appoint to the U.S. Supreme Court, which is a funny sentence, right?
Wow.
Like, that's like Thomas Jefferson, the guy on the $5 bill, is still alive and hanging out.
Yeah.
Alexander Hamilton was also his lawyer.
Hamilton? Alexander Hamilton defended this dude?
Yeah. And Aaron Burr, which he was
Who killed Alexander Hamilton?
There you go.
What? This is wild and crazy.
Isn't this insane? Dude, history is crazy. So the trial took 2 days, lasting until late.
There were not a lot of... Yeah, anyways.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's
right?
wild.
That's why I left. I was like, I'm doing the story. So the trial took 2 days, lasting until late at night.
This is very historical, Shay.
It is so hysterical. I'm so proud of myself. An unusual length and schedule of the time. The prosecutor featured New York mayor and congressman. God, these names are insane. Cadwallader Colden. I'm saying that so wrong, but like whatever. Hooked on phonics. Had to rely.
Why do they defend murderers?
Probably because
they were fucked.
They were fucked, dude. Everyone was fucked. He had to rely on
founding fathers.
Oh, they're assholes.
Had some issues. There were some good times and there were some fucked up things.
And this was one of the fucked up things. Which I don't even understand how a carpenter can afford to do this. But actually I found out how, which I'll tell you here in a minute. So the prosecutor had to rely on circumstantial evidence to try and to prove that Levi had means, motive, and opportunity to murder her. He put on witnesses to show that Levi and Elma had a sexual relationship, that he had promised to marry her, and that he had left the boarding house with her that night that she was killed. And this is just such a funny... It's only funny because, like, this is what their transportation was, but I don't know why at the time I was laughing when I was doing this. And that his brother's sleigh had been identified at the crime scene. It was... It was red and had bells on it, and there was a broken one, like a broken headlight. Fucking love it.
That is funny.
Yeah. So, but he
drive by sleigh.
Ing. What?
Sleigh by shooting.
I love it. So, but he had not produced any direct evidence in support of any of these things. So, here's the thing. As I burp into the microphone. Here's the thing. So nobody actually witnessed her and Levi leave the Rings' house together. So like the cousin claims that she did, but nobody ever actually does. But what we do know is that Elma, I'm sorry, I don't have to use her last name. Elma was upstairs dressing, and Levi was by the front door. People heard someone come down the stairs, and they heard whispers by the door, which opened and closed. Shortly thereafter, a friend saw Elma in the crowd of Greenwich Street and went to speak to her, but someone, and the friend didn't notice who, told Elma, "Let's go." And then she said goodnight and moved on. She was never seen again. But a half hour later, a woman cries of, like, I guess it says murder and Lord help me, where...
Jesus Christ, Mary and Joseph!
She's pregnant in a well. So, and they were heard coming from the vicinity of the Manhattan Well near Green and Spring Street. And people saw a one-horse sleigh with a dark horse and no bells.
Of course.
Yeah. So, traveling...
Exact description.
Traveling away from the area. I'm sure there was like fucking like little sparks too as well.
There was a couple clip-clops.
Clip-clops, yep. And the description of the sleigh matched the appearance of the one belonging to... which is so ridiculous.
The sleigh description! Oh my god.
It was weird. A Ford Bronco. And that sleigh was one belonging to Ezra Weeks. So that was Levi's wealthy brother. Which again, it's just, to me, it's just like, how do you identify a fucking sleigh back then? Like, weren't they probably all the same? It wasn't like there was a Mercedes and a BMW and a Maserati of sleighs.
I mean, there could have been.
There could have been like, but I imagine there's probably like 3 sleighs, and there's like one little one medium sized. Like what?
You're right.
Whatever. Anyway, it just seems a little weird to me. Yes. So apparently, that was Levi's wealthy brother, who apparently was a badass builder in the area. Witnesses would later swear that he saw his sleigh leaving his premises that evening, and others would say that they saw a sleigh in the vicinity of the well containing 2 men and a woman, all of whom were laughing loudly. No positive identification of these persons was ever made. The entire scenario involving the sleigh was a macabre resemblance of to the song Jingle Bells, except that no bells were involved. And the ride ended in cries of murder, which no one bothered to investigate.
Very similar to the song.
That's just the same. Which honestly, I mean, if somebody yells murder, I'm not going to be running in that vicinity. I'm going to be running the other direction. So, whatever.
It was wild times.
It was a good time, but not a good time to be alive. But so Levi's attorneys took pains to show that. So again, it sounds like it was a big case of just circumstantial. He said, she said. We couldn't,
She sells, she sells.
Right. She should, sure. So Levi's attorneys took pains to show that one of the prosecutor's star witnesses, which was a guy named Richard David Croucher, had run-ins with Levi and was perhaps envious of his relationship with Sands. So Croucher had been one of Levi's most outspoken prosecutors, both before and after the discovery of Levi's. Both before and after the discovery of her body. And then the defense team was also found witnesses who swore that Levi had spent the whole evening with Ezra and others. I think I was calling her Elma, so it's Ezra. My bad. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Ezra is the brother. I'm so sorry. God, Lord. I can't. They all sound like females.
It's fine.
And he thus could not have been at the well. Okay? He's playing billiards. Still, other witnesses testified that Ezra's sleigh...
I was dashing through the snow.
I was dashing through that fucking snow, and no bells, and not a one-horse open sleigh. And he had never gone... He testified that Ezra's sleigh had never gone out that night. So the defense continued... It was like another getaway sleigh, I swear. The defense continued to claim that the public outcry surrounding the crime had prejudiced the case, but that there was also witnesses claimed to have seen Levi making measurements at the well the Sunday before the murder. So again, just he said, she said bullshit.
Oh my God. And in 1779, right. 99.
Right. So clearly, I feel like they were just kind of talking in circles. So it seemed like who the fuck knows defense? You know what I mean? It was just enough that it was just who knows? Yeah. So the testimony ended at 2:00 in the morning, and the jury took a whopping 5 minutes to acquit him. To this day, the case remains quote unquote unsolved.
What?
It's solved. The public strongly disagreed with the verdict, and Levi was ostracized by the citizens of the city, forcing him to leave New York. He eventually settled in Mississippi, where he became a well-respected architect and builder. He married Anne Greenleaf in Mississippi, and they had 4 children. And then he died in Mississippi in 1819 at the age of 43. So
an old motherfucker.
He lived a long life.
Wow.
And that's the end.
Holy shit.
It was brief, but it was good.
That's good.
Yeah.
That was very historical.
It was historical. It was
fucking Thomas Jefferson's lawyers.
Yeah. He was a piece of shit. Wow. For a minute. And maybe he just was down on his luck and he just needed a buck.
And it was before his big old day. No, it was after.
It was after. Pieces
He's
of
like,
crap.
you know what? Might as well.
I don't remember that in the musical. Is all I'm going to say about that.
Pieces. What? Pieces of crack.
Hamilton.
Pieces of crack.
No, that I didn't remember him. Fucking.
Oh, I thought
defending
you
a
were
piece
saying
of
that
shit.
was a. I thought that was a song in the musical, and I
you're
was like,
pieces of crack. Like I don't remember that.
I was
either.
like, oh yeah, but wait,
wait.
not.
That's not one at all.
That's not it.
That's not it.
Oh my god. Well, that was fucking sweet.
Right?
Sorry, my part was so long.
No, usually it's been the other way around. So like I wanted it just to be short and sweet. It's all good.
Well, that was good, especially that you hadn't even looked at that for like a month.
I know. I was like, okay, I remember this part, but it's fine.
It was
all right.
great.
It's so good, right? So historical.
It is.
I could be a PE/history teacher now.
You could.
That's how all my teachers were back in high school.
Oh, okay, got it.
They always taught some type of sport if they were a history teacher.
Oh, God.
I'm not quite sure why that was, but whatever.
You're like, well, might as well.
All right, yeah.
I'm gonna fucking throw some balls at you and some history.
Double whammy.
Speaking of throwing, let's throw our dice, shall we?
I like it.
See what we're gonna roll for next week.
Yes.
Well, guys, it's that time of the night where we bid our adieus and say, hey, do you guys follow us on Instagram?
Oh my God. And our one horse open sleigh.
And also, thank you for listening. Thank you for being with us each and every week, or whether it's your first week, second, third, welcome.
Yes. Welcome.
If you don't already, definitely follow us on Instagram. We're posting just the greatest of all things.
The greatest of all things.
THURDYISH is our handle. Also, if you don't already know, we are sponsored by a sweet little CBD company that's right here in Fort Collins, Colorado, but you can get it wherever the fuck you are around the world because the beauty of the internet. But yeah, make sure you put in our code when you check out, THURDYISH, all lowercase, for 10% off. It helps out our little local friends and helps out us, and also you get really dope CBD products from a sweet CBD company, Farmhouse Hemp. Oh, I didn't even say the fucking brand.
It's fine. You did it.
Newbie.
It came around.
So yeah, check that out. If you have any like topic ideas for us that you're like, dude, you guys need to fucking do this because we love you and we want you to talk about this. Shoot us a DM, shoot us a little email.
Yeah, we're all about it.
Also, thanks for sharing little posts that remind you of us. We love it. Be sure to check out our 30-ish playlist on Spotify if you're really into everything 90s and
just music in general, because it's all there.
It's literally 40 hours of music, so enjoy
that.
It's random as fuck. It's like every genre of music too. So
are you driving from LA to New York? Put that sucker on. It'll be like just no time is there.
Me and Austin listened to 30-ish podcast while my dad was taking a cat nap. So that was
the playlist.
Fun. Yeah, we listened to the playlist.
Nice.
On our road trip for a couple hours. But
awesome.
There's 40 whole hours of it, so
I dig it.
We didn't get to even close.
No.
And yeah, we love you. We thank you. We are so happy to be back. We will be back much more regularly now. We just need to take a little break.
We had to take a break. She had to go gut a house.
I had to go gut a fucking house with my father and my brother.
Some bonding time.
So it was. And we love you. So did I tell you that we love you?
Do we tell you that we love you?
All right, let's roll the dice, baby girl.
Here we go. Here, let's see if I knock it off.
I like your gray nails.
I know. That's what I'm peeling them off.
They're cute.
Thanks.
So cute. Crime? Number one, nostalgia pop
culture.
She rolled a 1.
I'm still happy about that.
All right, ready?
Go for it.
Wow. Am I you today?
You are me today.
Oh my gosh.
It don't count. All right, go.
4. I literally wanted 4.
History. Boom.
I literally have so many new history topics.
I know.
So
I'm excited for you for next week.
Even when I dropped it on the floor, rolled a 4.
You did. So it was destiny. Those pirates were ready.
The pirates of the Indian River.
We're ready for you to tell the tales.
Yes. Okay, well, thanks, guys.
You're the best.
This is it.
Shorty, you're the best.
This is it. Make no mistake. escape. Oh my God, we listen to so much yacht rock. Do you ever listen to that playlist?
No.
It's basically like soft rock.
That's amazing.
But it's like Doobie Brothers and like fucking.
So it sounds like it should be
that
called
Rupert
just like
dude who
should be
sings about
called
pina
like
coladas.
yeah, should be called like the dad's playlist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Okay.
it
Love
basically
you.
is
It's so good to see you
the
guys.
dad's playlist.
Talk to you. I mean,
Okay, it's so great to talk to
to
you
you.
and see you on Instagram Live if you three of you saw us.
yes, with our 13-minute rambles. So.
Yeah. Enjoy.
Sorry about it. We'll lock that. We'll tighten that. We'll do some Kegel exercises for that next week.
Perfect.
Wink.
Exactly. Well, oh my God.
It's because has it on speaker because she's a dumb bitch. Okay, bye.
Bye.